Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 ShuffleIT Championship. This is a third place match between Freaky and Nerdbound. I am Akuchi, and I am joined in commentary by the ShuffleIT founder, Steph.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I just saw Ricky joining the game. So, um, yeah, good to be here. And I think we might have a match here between the fastest and the slowest player in the tournament.
That is the rumor. Yep, I have
At
seen some of Nerdbound's more recent matches, and he can definitely play at uh, a brisk pace. But it's going to depend on the boards, I am sure. Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
for those of you on YouTube, I have the bracket up, and we can see that what these players' paths have been. Both of them, of course, have advanced tremendously far in this 400 plus, I think, player tournament. Nerdbound defeating Haka 3 and RTT, and ultimately losing to NA Smith 99, and Freaky beating Sangatsu and J Nails, and losing to Marcus.
board number one. And Freaky is definitely trying to be fast. I mean, we see here upgrade Fortress, which probably is the dominating theme. And the draw is pretty good, actually, with Way of the Owl.
Oh yeah, that's
So
interesting. It does look like Way of the Owl is going to be. Um, I mean, it's like the only draw.
yeah, but it's excellent draw.
Yeah, absolutely. And like
Not for
Festival.
every deck, but for this deck where every card you play just yeah, you don't have to play with any money whatsoever, any coins. I mean, any treasures.
Yeah, there's an interesting assortment of five cost cards, so it'll be interesting to see how the
I
players upgrade.
I assume this is upgrade church for both. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Okay. So Church Engineer for Freaky.
I kind of feel that thrashing is more important than gaining at the start. So it's maybe Freaky will prove me wrong.
Yeah, Engineer in particular. Um, I mean, we'll see what the plan is there.
For Nerdbound, the upgrade is more attractive because he didn't have the option to do what Freaky did.
Absolutely. It looks like Freaky's gonna get a five cost hand. Very nice to see the church on turn three like that.
Yeah, both do. So in that sense, we're still this. I would assume this is a stay to second church, and then just play the church, set it all aside,
I do like to have two churches in the deck.
and then maybe you buy an engineer here. But I'm actually still tempted not to take it.
Yeah, I think especially for Nerdbound, I mean, he can buy a five cost in his next hand if he saves these coppers.
You could owl the church. Yeah.
That would be a little risky because you're pretty sad if you hit four, I think.
Why?
I mean, I assume you'd like to get another five cost.
Okay, now I assume he's not owling, but instead setting everything aside except the Night Watchman. No. Okay.
Huh. Um, hmm. If you're gonna trigger a shuffle, wouldn't you want to be setting aside the coppers? Well,
No, it doesn't really matter. Now he already paid the debt. Yeah, well, I think you're right, actually.
I mean, it's a
Sorry to say
smaller,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just a smaller shuffle that way, and you can pay for it now. Yeah, that sounds right.
So do you think this is a game where like the it's important to get lots of upgrades? Like you'd like to have six or more?
I am most interested in getting rid of stuff.
Hmm.
And I mean, the upgrades can multiply so fast when you have them with your fortress in hand.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if like Nerdbound. Yeah, okay. If he goes for the 5 cost gain there, I wonder if a owl play there might have made some sense. Oh, never mind. He's got the 3 dead. Um, J Nails is
Mm.
talking about such a thing as too many upgrades since you don't want the
Yeah,
golds. I was thinking, so long as you
um,
have a fortress target, like these 5 cost cards
yeah,
are really good.
I wouldn't mind having 100 upgrades in my deck.
As long as you can find that fortress. Yeah,
Yeah,
Festival in particular seems really good with Way of the Owl draw. And then Forum helps you kind of pair up the upgrade with the fortress and make sure you're a little more resilient. Yeah, the Night Watchman was a little surprising from Nerdbound.
I don't think it was that bad actually. I mean, I think it was good.
I mean, I do think upgrade makes it more attractive because you don't have to hold on to it once you do get to a clean, consistent state. Well, that is a good Night Watchman play.
Yeah, in this stage of the game, it's just it can accelerate quite a bit. What do you do with this native village? I think I set something aside, yeah, and get. Well, upgrade is super tempting to me, but
Hmm.
Freaky
It,
is more going to buy stuff than to. Hmm, it does surprise me.
yeah, I guess he's just gonna rely on his 2 churches to get clean eventually. He's not kind of he doesn't seem to be in any great rush to get rid of the coppers.
Church is really great, of course, with this owl. You can just set aside everything from your hand and get yourself a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your next hand, sure, but at least you get to trash one of them. And you don't have to do that too many times to get really clean.
Yeah, it is interesting to me that the players are going for engineers so much. That's not a card I would have expected to gain here, but it does help
Oh.
you get lots of owl targets in addition to fortresses.
Hmm.
So now 3 upgrades for Nerdbound to Freaky's 1.
Yeah, that sure is a nice part of what's happening.
And Nerdbound also has 4 fortresses, I think, to Freaky's 2. But yeah, that's going to be.
Yeah, but the number of fortresses is not super relevant, is it?
I don't think it's too relevant. Yeah, that was a good draw from Freaky to see his festival there, so he's able to play one engineer, and then owl the other.
Oh, I expected him to play church there and Ali upgrade instead of the other way around.
Probably anticipating the church that he's going to draw around to.
Do you set anything aside here?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to buy a 5 cost, but
Yeah, me too. And setting aside for the next turn doesn't actually help the next turn. So I was seriously considering just playing the church and Well, I guess this helps in the sense that now you don't have to draw those coppers.
Yeah. I'm I'd really want another upgrade as Freaky.
I think I just take 2 more upgrades here as nerdbound, and then church 3 coppers and Owl the Fortress.
Sounds good to me. And this is a Freaky start, and it does seem to me like Nerdbound is a bit ahead.
Mm, the board is a bit too complicated for me to say who is ahead now.
Oh yeah, both players are still in it for sure.
I mean, for sure, Ricky's turn will also be pretty amazing.
He's gonna have those 2 coppers he can't get rid of, but hopefully he can draw into a church and set those aside. Keep the game, keep things rolling. He'd also like to see an upgrade before he has to
Oh,
play
yes,
the,
very much.
the second fortress. So this could be upgrade, and he could actually play on and get another upgrade. Although then
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wouldn't have a
yeah.
fortress target at that point.
Huh.
Yeah, I would like more upgrades.
So maybe church 2 coppers and then. No. Ah, this could work. Now, surely we owl. Yeah. But now he bought all these festivals instead of upgrades.
Yeah.
I guess you can still owl the second and upgrade at least one.
No, he's out of upgrades.
No, he has one in there, doesn't he?
I don't think so. He's
I
played
think
3,
he.
and Freaky has one.
Ah, you're right. I thought he gained one, but no, he gained 0.
Yeah, I think.
So why?
Yeah, I think a bit underplayed from Nerdbound that turn. It would have been tricky to. No, it wouldn't have, right? Because he could have gained a fortress. Yeah, I was thinking he has to like play all his fortresses, and therefore he's not going to have a good upgrade target. But he had the engineer, so he could have put fortresses into the deck before drawing with it. Yeah, I would have liked some more gain and play with upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he might have even been in a position with so many gains that Freaky on his turn has to actually worry about um, Nerdbound piling out.
Oh yeah, well that's regardless. I think that's the case.
Yeah.
And I'm also not convinced Freaky won't be able to pile out somehow.
I would be extremely shocked if he managed it this turn.
Yeah.
And because he's just got the one upgrade, so I
Yeah,
think
but the
you
one
need.
upgrade could pile the upgrades.
Don't you need 2 for that? Because the draw happens before the gain. So I think you
Yeah,
need.
you need lots of other cards to draw if you have only one,
Yeah.
and he probably doesn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have liked a second upgrade from Freaky at some point just to be able to have that option of kind of like the auto pile of upgrades.
Anyway, what do we buy now?
Upgrade native village seems okay to me, but I mean, if you're not going to be gaining upgrades, I don't know why you'd buy one.
Yeah, or upgrade engineer.
Yeah. Could be.
Engineer has a bit more piling potential, maybe. Not really.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you just like a native village that you know you're going to use as an owl is pretty good.
Yeah.
Think about having even more upgrades, as you can actually clear out these coppers.
Yeah, yeah. I would.
Although I guess church can do a pretty good job of if you can see them all like at the same time, you can just set them aside and then have a really nice deck. You know, I think Nerdbound could have autopiled upgrades on his turn if he had gained them instead of festivals. I feel like there was a way there.
So do I.
The one thing that's a little that would have been tricky there is the plus actions because he I was thinking like if you play Fortress as Owl, but then um I think you're down to just one action and you have the engineer, so being able to actually put the fortresses in your deck that you need to autopile would have been non-trivial. But there might have been a way.
Is there something to say for buying church here? I'm just wondering out loud. I mean, he has 3 coppers coming in into his next hand. And he can seed whatever he buys here into his next hand. And it would be nice to get rid of those 3 coppers again.
Uh,
Well, he can trash one, but
oh,
then
I
there's still
see what you're
2.
saying. Yeah.
And every copper you can put in the church is another upgrade you can use on Fortress. If we still think that the next turn is the last, which doesn't sound unreasonable to me.
Yeah, that's an option. Guaranteeing that church, and he
So
could gain like two native villages along with it, just because you're going to need a lot of owl targets.
maybe a church and 2 natives?
All right, goes for the upgrade engineer. Sees a lot of good cards.
Yeah, they were just on top of the deck.
Yeah.
Freaky just has a bad mat, right?
Um,
Well, I mean, it's good for him to have those cards on the mat, but he doesn't want to pick up.
yeah, I mean, he had a fortress on the mat, but he doesn't need that fortress.
Oh, he's just really happy to not have the 2 coppers in his deck.
Yep.
So, this is all sorts of awkward for Freaky now.
In terms of playing around the piles.
Yeah, because he kind of he just needs these upgrades, and I would be really scared to lower this much. But then again, you can't really afford not to.
Baker, okay. Hmm.
Like, yeah, those buys look fine to me. But surely, on a good draw, Nerdbound now has it.
Yeah, I think Nerdbound wants to see like a church, probably to set aside those coppers. That would be part of the good draw.
Anyway, I'm just going for it with whatever I can.
Yeah, if you wind up short, you just buy some green and hope. I think you can play.
So what pile is the third pile?
I
You
mean,
kind of have to choose now, right?
do you? Don't you want the upgrades?
Oh yeah, I want the upgrade for sure, but the third pile. I mean, I think you have
Oh,
to
you
play the
mean for the
engineer
engineer?
before
Gotcha.
owling
Well, I was
here.
thinking you'd play one fortress, right?
Yeah, you play a fortress and a festival, and
Um,
probably also the church and the engineer, and then owl.
yeah. Well, maybe you actually maybe you play the fortress as owl, right? Because you have the church in hand, so you can play the festival. Yeah. So in terms of the third pile, that could be native village, could be festival, could be church. There's quite a lot of options.
How many upgrades did he start with this turn?
Three.
Three, right?
Oh no,
Okay.
four. I think he bought one.
He bought one. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So those four can gain four festivals after gaining the upgrades if he manages all the draw.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would make that attractive.
I mean, or he could use them to gain, yeah, like a duchy, and then he could just use his money to empty church if he gained two churches here. I think there are multiple ways if he can get around to stuff. But festival line seems the safest. But what do you do with the engineer then?
I also kind of like the church line. Just gain two churches here,
Yeah,
set aside two coppers, and draw six new cards.
the two debt hurts a little.
Yeah, does it? I mean, he needs 11 then.
Yeah,
Maybe you're right.
it seems okay. It looks like he's gonna owl the second fortress. That's makes me a little bit nervous. But I mean, he's got more fortresses, yes. But if they're all on the bottom, and he just sees his upgrades, all right, it all worked out.
Mm, I'm
So
not so sure yet. It sure could work out, but
oh yeah, sorry. I mean, he's going for churches with that's what he gained with his
yeah.
and he so we'll see what he does with this. Well, we'll see what he does here. Yeah, this is
Surely you play the upgrade.
yeah. I'm wondering if you trash the copper if you're going for churches.
Uh, he has. Oh, no, he did not get another church. He does not have another church. Never mind. Well, he had more, but they are down there. Yeah, Silk Road would be cute.
I don't think he can get 11 coins. That's what I think the limitation is.
And does he have a native village?
He does have one in his deck, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, for sure at this point the limitation is the 11 coins, but
Well, unless he's gonna pivot to festivals.
yeah, but they just cost more. I mean, if he gets some festivals, then those get him to 11 coins as well. If he could gain and play two more festivals, he's
I think he's got one more festival in his deck, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe these are his only two. No, he's got, yeah. Okay, there's the other festival. So he did trash copper with the upgrade.
Surely now we draw, unless he's
Yeah,
thinking about an endo, but this is good enough, right?
he's got like, does he have three upgrades in those bottom three cards?
That feels like it would win.
Well, it's awkward, right? Like
I,
to
I
draw
mean,
them.
you can church a copper and a night watchman, and then play a church to draw,
Okay,
keeping one copper, and then upgrade fortress to festival,
I see.
upgrade fortress to festival, and play the last upgrade fortress to duchy,
Yeah, I'm not
and
positive
play
about
your three
this.
festivals. Huh? Yeah.
He might have only two upgrades down there. Let me see. Gains one upgrade.
Two upgrades, and then what's the last card?
Gains an upgrade. No, it should be three. Yeah, he gained three upgrades this turn, and he hasn't drawn any of them since the shuffle. I don't think. Yeah,
Even if it's two and another action, it's enough.
no, I think he's got. Yeah, he's got three.
You can set aside one copper and a night watchman, or just a night watchman. That's
Yep.
also fine. And now just get money. Well, let's get the duchy on the last. Well, nicely done.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nerdbound takes the first
I think
game.
you're right, Jane Ailes, that the other pilot would also have worked. But this looked like he needed a little bit less.
What
I
is?
don't know, but
Oh my gosh,
let,
freaky.
let, let's hope so, Freaky. Freaky is really obnoxious.
Yeah, that. Not always, but that was certainly that was a reasonably played game. That was a
Oh, very
complicated
reasonably. Yeah.
that was a complicated board, and it ended in less than 30 minutes. Uh, so these two players, this is the third place match, as I mentioned. They are playing for some monies. They're both in the money, I believe. Is it 150 euros for the third
Hey,
place
this is the
finisher?
wrong starting player, right?
No, yeah, you're right. Um,
Uh,
I will message. Freaky is the host, correct?
no, Nerdbound.
Nerdbound. Okay, I'll message Nerdbound.
I guess he can start 2 games after this, which is also fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any actually if there are any rules about this.
Well, okay. All right.
Also completely fine.
Looks like they're going to start a new board. All right.
So we have a new board. I sense a lack of draw, unless Gothard is gonna be a magician. But that doesn't sound too reliable. But it's a very strong board nonetheless, with grand markets and sifting.
Yeah, and there is ride, which, you can get some draw, but it's not efficient at all.
It's not that crazy actually to level. I mean,
I'll be curious to see if anybody goes for familiar.
I don't think so.
It doesn't look great to me.
Yeah, I kind of agree there.
So neither player has a. Oh, never mind. Nerdbound had the 4-3.
Yeah, but he did not get any good stuff happening after that, so it's
Yep.
still a pretty close game.
Yep.
Okay, the revealing the stockpile is pretty terrible for Freaky there.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Nerdbound's Doctor is also a pretty lame one.
Yep. I think we're gonna want to play with at least one. Okay, so Nerdbound does go for the potion there.
It does surprise me a bit, but it's certainly not crazy.
Oh,
Oh, and
it's
now
an
both go for it.
interesting interaction where
Yeah,
you can
it
play
it
stockpile and still alms.
yeah. That's really nice. It could be indicate because both their doctors just started to be meh.
Yeah,
Then the curses really hurt more.
they are definitely going to want to get at least one goat herd at this point. I'm actually pretty surprised Nerdbound didn't get one there instead of dungeon.
Yeah, I would have liked that.
I mean, dungeon is also going to do good work for sure, especially since neither player has managed to trash their estates.
These doctors are just really lame on both sides. This is either double. Oh, okay. I did not expect this, but it's fine, I guess.
Nerdbound probably really hoping to see his dungeon here, but no luck. I
Well,
think he can trash an estate here, though.
I don't think having the dungeon in this hand would have been good. Now he can just play doctor
True.
and put his familiar in the shuffle.
Yep. That's one estate gone.
Hooray! The doctor that you bought turn one has already managed to get one estate.
That's how Doctor B sometimes.
Yeah, that's just stockpile. I agree.
Yeah, stockpiles. I feel like it's not amazing here, but of course you need to contest it, even still. Ooh, this is awkward.
Stockpile is a card I haven't really figured out yet, so to say. Yeah, this is awkward. Although both his, I guess you just don't play the Goatherd now.
I
Both his
guess.
estates are down there.
I don't think so. Didn't he discard them?
Oh wait, you can still play the Goatherd, but not trash with it. You
Oh yeah,
discard
yeah,
both
yeah.
coppers now. No, I mean, where did his estates otherwise go?
No, you're right. You're right. It was last turn. They were discarded.
He kept the copper, which I think is just, well, it just means he's not drawing through the shuffle any further.
Well, he could have. You're saying Freaky trashed, so he would have gotten a draw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He could have
the
drawn,
question
and then
was,
he would have guaranteed been able to trash at least one estate that way, unless he drew it. In which case, then you probably name. Well, then you're sad.
surely now we discard the copper and an estate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too soon for Grand Market here?
What's the stockpile situation? Don't know if he has any
Yeah,
more,
you can
but
get Grand Market and a stockpile if you want.
oh yeah, good call. No, I like that.
I'm just not sure it's better than getting both stockpiles.
Uh, hmm. I think I would have liked Grand Market stockpile.
You could also just get for 10 now a new doctor. Is that nonsense? Or is getting rid of all this shit really important?
I
It
I
would be kind of awkward if Nerdbound then plays it Gothard.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person who goes for second doctor usually, especially on a board where there are alternatives like get a second goat herd. But it's definitely possible that there's a good opportunity.
You could donate now. Would you do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. So would I. And buying a doctor for 10 is kind of in that
Eh,
ballpark.
it a little. So I think one more familiar will pay off.
Yeah, it's also that I don't really see what else to get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
freaky does.
decides to ride.
Yeah,
Holding on to the stockpile.
he was always gonna ride, but I expected him to take familiar with it. But this seems fine. He just keeps them for more Grand Market.
Speaking of big doctor opportunities,
Why did Nerdbound play this third stockpile?
I guess you want to get a second
Apparently,
goat herd.
yeah, but he could always have had that. It was between the horse and the stockpile.
True. Nerdbound still has, I think, two stockpiles left in the deck, and Freaky has one.
Nerdbound again has this problem of not having enough bad cards in hand.
Yeah. Problem with Dungeon. It could discard a stockpile, just so
Yeah,
you have that.
I would discard both actually. Okay, the doctor is also an option, but
Oof.
what is it?
That's just some bad cards, and you didn't quite get to Grand Market money. I think a gold is fine.
Hmm.
Okay, go ride gold.
I think I prefer three rights. There's still a little bit too many shitty cards here. Ah, maybe you're right. Maybe a gold is it's time.
You're running out of stockpiles and want to be able to keep on the the grand markets, but it is a triple ride from Nerdbound. And now there are two empty piles, so
Yeah, but not really a third yet, is there?
I don't think there's going to be much
Both
pressure to lower Goat Herd or Dungeon, but could be lowered a little.
both have a single grand market, so
So some big Goat Herds from Nerdbound on the back of Freaky's Double Trash.
now you play horse and then dungeon and then doctor can trash two more, right?
Yep. See if Freaky finds his Goat Herds because they're going to be
Yeah,
drawing
they
a
would really
lot.
draw. Yeah, that's a bit of a pity. He trashed the curse with Gothard over estate.
I see. Yeah.
I guess you can discard two coppers, but
I think that's fine because I mean,
it's all fine.
like you're not going to hold on to those coppers. You might not even. I guess you do play them this turn.
Is Farmland Potion into Grand Market a plan here?
Oh yeah, that's good. So yeah, I suppose the alternative is you hold onto your stockpile, just trash an estate or a curse here. Yeah, that's an option.
So I think I discard the estate curse now. Yeah, so
Actually, you could have discarded stockpile curse. Okay, well, unless you want to play the stockpile.
well, the main problem here is playing the potion. I guess he's saying that gold is better than Grand Market.
It's possible he just didn't see the farmland potion line.
Yeah, that's more likely.
I don't think like a silver is not good.
He wanted to arms. Undo to get the arms in.
What? What on earth?
Well, the Gothard will be
Oh,
nice.
yeah. The three draw goat herd. And Freaky discards the curse, so I think he's believing that he can trash, well, trash it with Doctor.
This kind of a thing. Freaky trashed his potion with the Gothard, so apparently he also doesn't want to do farmland into Grand Market.
Interesting. And he also doesn't draw into the Grand Market. He holds on to the horse.
Or didn't think about it. Yeah, but the Grand Market was, yeah, it was in his, okay.
Okay, so that's an estate down there. That's handy.
Yeah. And gone. And now,
Okay.
careful play indicates he's going to farmland now.
Or just buy Grand Market.
That's, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree farmland's better. It's a better card than
Farmland
potion.
silver looks great.
All right, so the stockpiles are gone for both players. No three pile that seems imminent. I assume that we'll get into provinces in not too long, but probably some grand markets first. Freaky had the double dungeon down, which is definitely not as good as the alternating dungeons, especially with Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that worked out.
I guess this is where nerdbound.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There goes the potion. Yeah.
Oh well. Well, having a farmland in the deck seems like a good thing to me.
Well, the problem with passing of the free farmland is that it would have allowed buying the farmland that turn would also have allowed him to play the coppers. So getting another silver in the deck. Now he could not play the coppers because he wanted to be able to buy Grand Market.
Yeah, and I think like once I got to like 12 coins, um, I'd be happy to have a farmland in deck because I'd just go for Grand Market, farmland into province, and then just start on the provinces. It's not like you're gonna build real big here because there's not draw.
Hmm.
Building to be able to take two provinces seems good here, but
Yeah, and
you don't have to wait to green for that.
it's a little bit more than that. It's also increasing the buys and threatening. I mean, there are some piles that are reasonably low, and Nerdbound can now get his 5th Grand Market, right?
I mean, Nerdbound has
He has
3 grand
3,
markets.
and I think he can take 2 more.
Yeah, I think yeah, you're right.
Surely we play the familiar.
Surely,
It's just a silver and a cantrip Gothard down there, and we really want that silver.
surely.
Or is he tempted to also go Grand Market Giant? I mean, if you play the familiar and you draw the silver, then you leave a card on top that you would maybe rather not have. But
You have alternating dungeons. It doesn't matter.
yeah, even top decking your worst card might be just a good idea
Yeah.
at this point. No, he doesn't have to look at the log. He already played Gothard this turn, and they draw him 1 card. Maybe he forgot about that, but
Hmm. He doesn't need that draw, so I'm very confused by the play.
yeah, so am I.
Like hanging on to horses that you're not going to play immediately is costly, and you don't need to play them immediately because you have just enough draw. Because like your stop cards are gold, double silver. That's that's it that you want to play, and then you can play a goat herd with your other stop card to trash goat herd.
This giant is going to be somewhat random, right? I mean, it could hit a familiar and do absolutely nothing, or
Yeah, hitting
it
a
could.
grand market or a gold would be pretty painful. What did that goat herd do? Nothing. Trash doctor. No, I'm looking at the wrong turn. Goat herd did nothing. Okay. Ideally, Nerdbound would like to trash goat herd with goat herd. Looks like that didn't work out.
Um, could he
Uh,
province Grand Market? Is that an option?
it is. I wouldn't mind getting
It
a
just
farmland in the deck, to be honest.
Just doesn't threaten free grand markets though,
Because you could have
but I guess that's fine.
gone ride, then farmland a horse into giant. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then buy grand market. I don't know if that was. I think that was safe.
Oof. Grand market down. Yeah, but the 18 from the copper is not all that fascinating. I don't know what you want to do with it, but if the plan is to buy the grand markets, then the copper is not as good as I wouldn't mind.
All right.
Anyway,
See if Nerdbound can double without that grand market. I'm not sure.
he had 15, 17, 15 now again. So, no.
Well, that's awkward. To be fair, there were a lot of targets that would have prevented this, but
Targets that prevent? I don't really
oh,
understand that.
sorry. Giant could have trashed a silver or a gold as well. Is all I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess we just play a horse and play a grand market.
Uh,
Well, I want to buy a farmland on Gother to Duchy and Province, I think.
I mean, you. Yeah, sounds good to me. Well, Giant could junk you. Mm,
Yeah.
maybe it's better to hold on to one goat herd and
How is the giant going to junk you, by the way?
in 2 turns.
Oh, it could reveal a province.
It's probably not relevant, right? Because it is two
That's
turns away.
that's like the only card. Or what actually does it do with a
Familiar? Yeah, I think it would junk on familiar
yeah,
also.
familiar it junks. It doesn't give you it doesn't trash it.
Yeah, yeah. I like getting a
But
farmland.
there is a good point. The curses are out.
Aha! Never mind then. Definitely don't need that goat herd. Although, okay, so I guess one reason to not be playing with farmland is so it doesn't power up your opponent's goat herds. That's like a minor thing. Not sure if either of the players have been thinking about that, but that is one downside to doing the
Oh
farmland
yeah,
for
it,
farmland thing.
it definitely is.
Though I guess Nerdbound really wants to be able to double province next turn. Yeah. I don't know why he went gold over Grand Market though. I
Hmm.
guess afraid of the pile out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and rightfully so.
It all makes sense now. I don't know if he can draw all those cards though. Now he needs to see 2 golds and 2 silvers and all his grand markets. That's gonna be tricky. It's going to be tricky.
Hmm. I really like Nerdbound's position 3 turns ago, and not anymore.
Yeah, this is good spot for Freaky, being able to leave 3 provinces and have a points lead, and you can threaten easily 2 provinces so long as you see your giant. It's a really strong position.
Well, yes, but Nerdbound can easily take a bunch of points from the with the farmlands and the duchies.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Farmland can turn familiar into duchy, can it?
Um,
No. Nope, nope,
Exactly.
nope. I also like playing this, but I don't mind having a look at it before deciding to do so.
Yeah. So two provinces is losing. One
Yeah, but
province is almost
and
certainly losing. So what do you do?
he could buy 2 farmlands and turn both silvers into duchies. I don't know.
So the problem with that is you do drop down so that you cannot buy double province. So
True.
Freaky can take province and some other stuff and be in a pretty strong position.
Would be better to just take one.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get. Yeah, you can't really take a grand market either.
No, 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 no. And you, I guess only taking 1 farmland into duchy is not enough.
Yeah, if Freaky can double province, you need to be able to take a points lead this
Taking
turn.
2 provinces, I don't know why we are even talking about that.
Hmm?
Oh, I was reading chat and I don't know. Hmm. He is not playing on. This seems very losing to me.
Um,
Like very,
province.
very losing.
Well, I mean, he's forced province double duchy.
He also made the Gother draw.
Yeah, there were worlds where Freaky didn't draw, but
I just play the Gother, don't trash. Is this enough?
actually, hold on. Does Freaky only have the one grand market?
This is enough, right?
He can
Yeah,
do farmland. He can do
it's
farmland
exactly
into
enough.
duchy. Yep,
Yeah, farmland to dungeon into duchy by province.
yep.
It's 11 points and wins. And he has exact money.
Yep. Good old giant.
Oh, he doesn't see it. Well, I guess he still
Uh,
gets there easily, but he already had it in hand.
yep. Okay. Close game. Freaky takes it. Hmm. Yeah, there was definitely a chance for Freaky to dud if Nerdbound didn't trash, but the problem there is you're kind of doomed if you do, doomed if you don't.
No. Yeah, okay, he had to trash some, but he didn't have to take any provinces. So I do think Nerdbound gave the game away on his last turn there.
I think it was a really rough spot, um, regardless.
Hmm, maybe. Anyway, on to the next game. It looks like a really good board to activate pretty quickly.
Yeah, good old gear.
Yeah, Gear, Necropolis,
Got
maybe
Conclave
even,
Chameleon.
yeah,
Look at
and
that.
also supplies. There are just lots of cards that you want here. Opening Moneylender looks pretty nice to me.
So in terms of payload, we've got highway, but the plus buy is quite awkward.
Is it?
Well, maybe not with Chameleon.
No.
Yeah, Chameleon makes that a forum. Horse Traders is basically a forum. That's interesting. Well, a terminal plus buy for him. So we've got a Moneylender gear open for Nerdbound and Moneylender. Oh, same opening for both players, and then Freaky buys
Yeah.
a Conclave on turn 3.
Is this a storyteller? Storyteller is a bit awkward when trying to activate the lamp, but
I
just
think
a bit, right?
I think one is good. Yeah, for the
Yeah, I
activation.
think so too.
Well, that's a really sad hand for Freaky.
Yeah, well, you can buy supplies. It's a good card. You want one.
So both players picked up the Storyteller. Freaky chose not to um, use the gear on turn 4.
Yeah, I think he was right there. This, well, it could be anything. Conclave, I think I like.
Talisman was the choice. Ooh,
It
this could
seems early to me. Oh, this is
this
lamp.
this is the
This is
lamp. Yeah,
great for. Yeah, this is the easy activation.
you can activate it while drawing the Storyteller.
Really? Yeah, you can.
Which is amazing.
Oof.
Oh, you can draw the wishes with the Chameleon Moneylender.
Wow.
This is wild.
Wow.
Do you go for Highway Horse
Yeah, huh?
Traders?
You definitely want the highway now with your talisman in play.
Oh gosh, I didn't forgot about that.
Why is he taking a wandering minstrel?
Well, I mean that seems fine as one of your wish cards.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Highway and Horse Traders looks good, but I didn't know what to do with the third. And you definitely want minstrels in the deck.
Oh, you say so? You could be right. I mean,
Ooh, you need them for the Horse Traders, like to be able to play Horse Traders. So, like here, I like 2 Highways and 2 Minstrels. I think. Yeah, I
isn't
guess.
isn't conclave isn't conclave just better?
Ooh, well, not just better, but certainly some number of conclaves is good.
Conclave draws 2 cards, and as long as you have uniques, it
Yeah,
feels a lot better.
that's the tricky part. Yeah,
Triumph is not worth a lot now. I mean, not if you compare it to what it's worth in a turn or two.
it's a bit awkward because you'd ideally like to get like a Horse Traders and a Conclave slash Wanting Minstrel, but you can't. Yeah. All right, and then Freaky should activate on his next
Yeah,
turn,
Freaky
but
will have
he's
a very similar turn to what Nerdbound just did.
all right.
Surely we chameleon this horse traders now. I don't hate the minstrel. I mean, it draws a card less and it does some nice sifting.
I think just draw 2 with Storyteller. Hmm.
Hmm.
Aren't you out of money?
No, he's not. It's fine.
Oh yeah, he's got 3 Highways in
He,
play.
he can get 2 highways, 2 horse traders, which
Yep,
is what he wants anyway.
absolutely. Can even set aside one copper, one necro.
Yeah. No, I think two highways, two horse traders.
Yeah, should definitely be highways horse traders. Like he didn't play the Necropolis this turn. If he did, he'd have two extra actions. So he's got the terminal space for them.
I'm also not that. I mean, what are you afraid of? That Freaky could take the remaining four highways, five highways, but
That's okay, I guess. If you force that
yeah,
play and he
yeah,
doesn't have any
that
horse
seems
traders,
totally fine. Then you are very much winning.
I think,
And you both have five highways, and you have four buys, and he has one.
yeah, I think it'd be a pretty big mistake to take four highways here. It doesn't, like, yeah, you win the highway split, but it doesn't help you get more cards on your next turn. Oh
Okay, this is weird.
no. Oh
This is weird.
no.
He was already drawing the deck, and
Yeah, and horse traders is like a forum, so it doesn't hurt your ability to draw a deck. Neither does highway. And he's got a gear setting aside two cards, so he'd trivially draw a deck this turn. Yeah, I really would have liked highways and horse traders there. Oh no. Hmm.
yeah, now we go Necro, Storyteller, Magic Lamp. So what's this wish gonna be? This could be Talisman,
Yeah,
and then take six highways.
yeah,
Doesn't look crazy to me.
yeah. Nerdbound is not in a position to pile out. He's got three talismans, but only two buys, so that's eight gains total. Yeah, he can't pile out. I like just locking down the highways. Hmm.
Does this also work?
Nope.
He also takes Storytellers. Are we missing something completely here? Yeah, of course they're going for Triumph. That's not the question, but
I mean, if
what
you,
are the Storytellers doing?
I think it's freaky. It's definitely not obvious what you do. Like I like the highway denial plan, but it's definitely kind of a slow kind of play. Um, like Nerdbound already has the plus actions to support the extra horse trader, so it's strange for. Well, yeah, no, I mean, and freaky. Yeah, I don't know.
We are just puzzled, which is also fine.
Yeah, Truffles is bringing up a good point. Doesn't really matter how many talismans you have. You kind of need the plus buy to make the triumph points thing like worthwhile. Because if you have
Yeah,
like two
well,
buys, you get like okay, however many talismans you have. points, but if you have like 5 buys, you can get a lot more points. There's like a multiplier effect with talismans and plus buy. So nerdbound taking like 3 talismans when you only have the one horse traders just seems really weird to me. Congratulations, you've got overdraw.
Okay, let's start by clicking on horse traders.
It's just so sad. You have all this money. Clicking on horse traders is actually really scary with 3 talismans in play.
Well, you get a lot, but you like a lot, right?
I do. I just don't usually find myself in a position where I have 3 talismans.
4 horse traders, 4 conclave.
Could be good. I'm still a little nervous about the conclaves, but I think should be fine since you have some extra plus actions anyway.
And 4 horse traders, 4 conclaves. If you draw, you just
Win.
celebrate victory, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
Oh.
probably make it work with Minstrel instead of Conclave, but Conclave is a little better in the general case, in the not terrible case.
1 sec, I need to plug in my headphone.
Yeah, Wandering Minstrel might be safer when it comes to avoiding duds.
I'm not so sure it's safer. I mean, conclave just draws 2 cards, and
If I could have 2 Conclaves and 2 Wandering Minstrels, or maybe even 3 Conclaves and 1 Minstrel, I'd probably be happiest.
yeah.
How many gains does Freaky have? He's got 2 Talismans and 2 Horse Traders, so I think he's got 9. Oh well, how many like relevant gains? He has 9, and then he can also gain some horses.
I don't think Ricky will resign this if there are no horse traders bought here. And I'm sorry, I did not fully hear what you just said.
I was just seeing if there's any pile out that Nerdbound needs to play around, but I don't think there is. Even if he lowers Minstrel and Horse Traders to 3, um, Freaky would still be 1 gain short of being able to pile out. On a loss,
Yeah.
one might say. My dad.
Sure, Ricky might do it, but if Nerdbound isn't threatening to win, then
It would be unfair, I think, if Freaky dudded with the storytellers. Oh, wait, am I wrong? Does Freaky has 3 talismans?
yeah, both have 3.
Okay. Well, then Freaky can empty piles on a loss on his turn. If
Not if it's horse traders and conclaves,
correct,
right?
yeah. Even then, Nerdbound denies Freaky the loss.
Oh wait, no, it can still be talisman, storyteller, horse trader.
Storyteller, that's right, yeah.
No, this is the loser final. A province.
Well, you cannot play all
What?
those horse traders now.
What? What does a province do?
Gets rid of a hovel and replaces it with another junk card. I don't know. I'm pretty confused. You can't play all those horse traders.
And why does Freaky play the supplies now instead of the copper?
Terrified of a dud.
Yeah, but I mean, you have the storytellers in hand already. You want to play the supplies at the end of your turn, right?
I very much agree at the second point.
Well, I guess
Yes.
he can just gear a storyteller and not be scared anyway.
Yeah, both of these
Can
players are playing pretty scared.
can Nerdbound always play enough horse traders to just win? I
I
think
think he
so.
can play
I
three
think
horse traders.
I think he was actually fine there. Yes,
Well, maybe he doesn't
no,
have to play
can't
the
he?
moneylender.
Yeah,
He's also got a gear. Um,
but he needs. I mean, I don't suppose Freaky will take any green actually.
well, it turns out that Freaky ended up not playing the gear, and so gaining those horses mid-turn didn't make too much sense.
So yeah, good luck with your province. Anyway, if he gets 4 buys, he wins.
Yep. 4 buys will do it. It's fine. All right, and I think you play horse traders as a forum here, discarding gear and province.
Highways do so little. Well, yeah. You might not have the money for the pile out. Right? It costs 7. Oh no, wait, there's a cheaper pile now. It costs 4.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. In fact, he has it now. Except he discards horse traders, which means he now doesn't have it. what? What the heck?
Well, play the highway. You definitely want to play that highway.
Oh wait, he still had to find his talisman, so he wasn't really home yet. But
You're good. Like these horse traders are just so good when with Chameleon.
yeah, that's true.
Like you can just play them right now as yeah, you have it in hand.
No, he still needs to have one more talisman.
Oh, what happened to his other talisman? Did he discard it?
Yeah. Well, his Wandering Missile discarded it for
Oh,
him,
okay,
but
okay, 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 okay. All right.
he can draw the deck and win. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's a little. It's probably not awkward at all. Yeah, you've got like 6 cards in the discard, right? So you don't even have to
Yeah,
worry about.
he can just. I think he can even play the gear and be fine. And by now he only needs 2 coins. So I don't discard. Oh wait, he had to discard. Uh, hmm.
There we go.
No, we're still not there yet.
Why? He's got the. Oh, he didn't play. Sorry. You can play the storyteller. Yeah. Although, yeah. I guess what
Now
you would
we're
have
home.
really liked, what you ideally would have liked, is if you could get both talismans in play. Whatever. Anyways, we're that
He didn't
is.
have to chameleon that,
He
but he
didn't have
did.
to, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Could even play the moneylender here, get a little cleaner while he wins.
He doesn't have to play any further actions.
Well, he needs the money.
No, he doesn't. 2 coins is enough.
But yeah, I mean he. Oh, I see.
This is tricky. Back to being tricky. But I have not so much problems with it.
All right, Nerdbound up 2-0. We've got a classic case of
No, he's up to 1.
sorry, I had the number right in front of me and said it incorrectly. Thank you.
Okay.
Classic second player advantage going on here.
Yeah, I guess. So, new board. 3-4 for both. And not all that many actions.
Hmm.
So, I mean, there's one knight, but I don't think that's going to be relevant at all. Magpie, Governor, Spices, Plot, all seems super cards for
Yeah,
this type.
should be provinces should be going pretty fast. I think I like playing with a pair of bridge trolls. Um, Sinister plot should be worthwhile here, I would think.
There's the plot, yeah. At some point, surely you spend a buy on it, but I would open Magpie as well.
Here, I mean, on turn 3, yeah, Nerdbound goes
Okay,
for
yeah,
it.
it looks fine. Looks fine. And what is the 5 you take?
Bridge troll is Freaky's choice. I like it.
Yeah, so do I. But I mean, Spices is it's less tempting with the. It doesn't help Magpies multiplying.
Yeah, so there's no trashing, so I think Sinister plot is going to be especially valuable in the late game type situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is thrashing, but not the kind of thrashing that
Well, yeah.
they're gonna take. There's bishop and there's knights and there's governor actually might. Yeah, miser. I don't. Well, I
Definitely,
guess you could
definitely no
consider it
miser.
thrashing. Yeah.
If there's ever been a no miser board, and there have been no miser boards,
Are you
this is
tempted
one.
by double magpie here?
I am not. I want to get another bridge troll. Just wait. Does Nerdbound already have two, or no? He doesn't. Yeah, I
I
think I
think
want to
two
get a bridge
magpies is
troll.
crazy.
Oh, I don't think it's crazy. It's just not what I would do. Yeah, because Magpie draw is going to be pretty valuable here. Here. Yeah, I'm really not looking for a governor at this point.
I tend to agree. Is magpie Despia?
That looks good to me.
Why is magpie doesn't work with Despia?
Goes for spices and Magpie.
I guess having a third pie in your deck is also nice.
I mean, you mean four buys? I don't think that's too important. I'd like to get
No, I'm
draw.
tempted to just buy a Despia.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and Nerdbound agrees as well.
Ooh. Both of these guys are using their plot pretty aggressively. I haven't tracked it exactly, but I just saw they have 0
Yeah,
pips.
yeah, both drew one card with it in the last turn. Oh, I guess there's two magpies left, so maybe Nerdbound gets a reasonable turn here. Taking some Destriers cheap? Nope, he does not.
Yeah, I don't think you want to draw on I would just be afraid of finding my other bridge troll.
Ah, but the ability to take these last two magpies and okay, never mind. You were completely right. it
I'd have actually thought
was
about
a,
a remodel there,
it was a horrible plan to draw.
like a remodel estate to magpie
Mm,
would have been something I consider because it like normally the governor remodel option helps the opponent almost as much, but in this case, like
yeah.
the 4 is quite a lot better than the 3 you would get, like freaky trashing estate.
So 8 could be double Destrier. Nah,
Like governor destrier maybe goes for canal. Okay,
I don't think I like this. But maybe the canal is better than I give it credit for.
I think I liked Freaky's canal, um, because he wasn't giving up quite as much.
Freaky gets the Destriers to 3 and still can't buy any.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
I would draw here. I want to find my bridge troll.
Remodeling now works out better with the troll in play.
Oh, brutal. All right, we get
No,
a
this
triple
is not bad.
destrier.
Yeah, that's actually
Nice.
pretty good.
That's real good. Perfect. Coins for that. It looks like Freaky can do the same.
He can take 4.
Quad destrier. Alternatively, he could buy a governor and 3 destriers if he'd prefer.
Yeah, we're 4 governors.
Huh. Okay.
That does not seem crazy to me at all.
It seems. I guess it's one turn earlier than I thought it would come. This looks like Governor Destrier.
Or governor.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, if Freaky's buying all those governors, that's signaling the imminent end of the game.
Now these magpies. All 5, right? That wasn't just my imagination. Yeah.
They know what they're looking for. Yeah, I'm curious to see. Okay, he stops right there. He's got governors in the 6 cards, so it's probably going to be at least one province here. Could be 2 provinces,
I don't
and
think it's province.
wow,
No. Oh, it is.
yeah, you have to take one province there, but or like it'd just be crazy not to. Interesting. I would have gone. I thought maybe double province, double destrier, but mm,
Sorry, I did get distracted, so I don't know. Um, I would be pretty surprised if Freaky isn't winning this.
yeah, he looks like he's in a strong spot, and nerdbound just can't find this bridge troll. All right, there we go. Should be gold gain, I assume. Then you buy 2 provinces.
Can you
You got to think
2
carefully.
provinces and a spices, I suppose?
You can probably lower a Destrier as well. I think one
You
Destrier.
can?
I'm not sure.
I would
So Freaky
think you
has
cannot.
Freaky has four buys available to him. Um, so yeah, it's a question of whether he can get two provinces. No, he just needs one green card off the. No, yeah, he would need two green cards off the governors. Mm,
I would take two provinces and either a spice or a duchy and zero districts.
okay, that's what Nerdbound does. Yeah, taking a Destria there would have been a bit greedy, but it's definitely not a given that Freaky could have sealed the deal. Um, in that case,
Mm, I kind of doubt it.
like the draw here, like Freaky has what like one Destrier, so it comes down to a
Yeah,
few
but he also has
things.
seven governors.
Oh, that's a lot of governors.
And he has magpies that draw like crazy.
Sometimes we'll see if he can. There's nothing he can remodel into Destria, right? No, he can remodel
Why not?
Magpie. Okay, so
Yeah, or a copper.
what?
Not right now, but if he first gains
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gold or
Good
province or
call. Yeah, maybe there could be a win here for Freaky. He
yeah,
played.
most certainly that could,
I wonder why he's not playing the Destrier. Oh, thinking of
because he
remodeling
might
that
want
into
to.
province.
He can remodel that into province. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay,
So
I'm beginning to believe.
we can take the points with the governors, and then play a troll and have four buys. So he's one short there.
Well, very smart that Nerdbound did not end
Check
up
that this year.
flaking that.
Yeah.
I also
And
wasn't paying attention to the sinister plot situation. I think Freaky picked up there.
can Nerdbound actually trash anything meaningful here?
I mean, Magpie Duchy is a point if you need it. I'm not
It's
sure.
more. It's more than 1 point.
Well, sorry. My point is,
Ah, yeah.
Nerdbound needs to calculate whether or not Freaky, like whether or not that's necessary. Um,
Yeah, but even if it's not necessary, it might just be the best move.
that's true. This is definitely the kind of game
I
where,
just have Quint. What's Quint? Oh, 5. Okay.
oh, well, that's another way to win
There we
that
go.
we weren't looking at.
We weren't that aware of. No.
Yeah, well played from Freaky, and that brings it to 2-2.
Layer 2 strikes again. Yeah, that was a nice, easy finish, and I don't know why I didn't spot it.
It was an exact finish, for what that's worth.
Yeah, but I mean, I just completely wasn't looking for it. Anyway, there we go again. Triumph and Wall, which makes it really tempting not to go for provinces, but the board itself has a different opinion. Because the board really stinks.
Sure are missing plus actions. You hate to see terminal draw with no plus actions.
Um, yeah, there is Dens of Sin if you want to draw, but yuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
It just all looks horrible.
Even rebuild looks horrible because you don't even start with the states. So it looks like the players are gonna open with Temple. I mean, on a wall
Temple.
board, that sure makes sense.
Both their temples missed the shuffle. I guess they both take poachers.
Ooh, that's a sad draw for Nerdbound. Great for
Yeah.
Freaky.
Very reasonable for Freaky.
Well, yeah, sure, it would have been better if he saw the overgrown estate, but
Yeah, okay, but also I don't know if you already took into account that this temple missed the first shuffle, then this was a pretty good one. But having the temple on turn 5 is of course really bad.
sure.
I mean, I think Freaky was in the bottom 20% of his draws. It's just that Nerdbound managed to be even lower.
If your temple misses the shuffle, buy another one.
Well, it's not that crazy to go aggressive for the temple points here because you
Yeah,
won't be getting a lot of other points.
yeah, no. I mean, normally Temple like kind of competes with Duchy in a sense, and on a wall board, it's got an edge. Oh my gosh, Nerdbound cannot find his temples.
Don't worry, they will find each other.
Yeah. So Freaky's decided to trash this necropolis. Completely reasonable. I wonder if Nerdbound will consider keeping it.
I think he will. Even if it's just for not wanting to play exactly the same deck and being 5 turns behind.
Hmm? Looks like it's
Nope, looks
gonna
like
be
I was wrong.
trashed. Whoa, trashes a temple. Huh. I don't think I would have done that.
I assume Freaky buys Temple now.
Yeah. Den temple. Looks pretty great. Freaky's on a row. His deck is working.
Not exactly what we can say about Nerdbound's
Oh,
deck.
it's so tragic.
The price seems pretty simple to me.
Yeah.
Maybe
Thinking about not trashing the copper so we can buy silver, I think. Or whoa. Okay, did not expect that. Chooses not to get a den, but instead goes for gold and tracker.
I was kind of expecting the gold, but not the tracker.
Yeah, I mean he's got rid of his necropolis, so he's gonna have to choose between tracker or temple.
Yeah,
But yeah, looking at the VP tells quite a story about how many times these guys have trashed. I think Freaky got 2 more points from the temple buy, so I guess it's not quite that bad.
but why this tracker?
Yeah, you're 1 coin short of, well,
But I mean, if the cards he wants to buy from here on are Dens of Sin and Provinces,
yeah, the top decking of tracker sure isn't doing anything. I think you need to buy the other den, right?
looks okay to me.
You need it to draw as nerdbound, and you don't want to give it to Freaky. Yeah, I would take it. It sets you up good next turn.
Yeah, I was afraid to do that.
It's. I like the double in. Like, you don't even need to worry about Freaky buying that, I feel like.
I also would have
That's.
taken it then, but I guess this is what happened. Oh, look at this lovely temple.
Oh, Poacher discarding now. It's gotta be a cold.
Temple pressing poacher and copper. Or do we
Seems
still want
reasonable
to
to
keep
me.
them? Yeah, no, we don't want to keep anything. This wall will kick in. Now Vicky has 6 then. Nerdbound has 4. And managed to bottom deck one of. Well,
Oh, is he stopping? Uh oh.
I don't know why he didn't draw that in. That looked really bad.
It's gonna be a pretty sad next turn. It just feels like there's nothing you can do as Nerdbound.
Yes, Province Triumph.
The only card I want is Denos, and it's gone.
Yeah, I'm just resigning this game. Temple has to be worse than Triumph, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
One
maybe
BP
not by
worse, I
much.
guess. It's not much.
No.
Well, and also it denies the opponent the ability to get it, so yeah.
Yeah, but the opponent doesn't want it.
I don't know if that silver's worth it. Doesn't really matter. The
Yeah,
sad duchy.
Dutchies ain't gonna cut it.
Does he trash the tracker? Yep. The unusual tracker ends up being trashed. He did get to top deck a silver with it. Hmm? Trashes a
He crashes
pouch
the
too.
pouch.
Yeah.
It's not that strange. Nobody here was going for the trader. I don't think I've ever made that work, but always had dreams about it. Trader Triumph.
Hmm.
It's just that your deck is so bad afterwards.
Right.
Well,
And
maybe if you have a watchtower in it at the moment you play the trader, it works.
I mean, yeah, this you just resign here because it's a wall game. Comebacks aren't a thing that happens.
Well, Triumph can. I mean, you could buy the temple and still gain some points. But yeah.
All right. Finally, player one gets her act together and takes a game.
So 3-2.
Yep.
And off to game 6. And
So
Nerdbound has to win it to stay in it.
indeed, a tie will result in
A
Freaky getting
village green with
third place.
mole. That's a. I mean, I guess it's pretty. A lot of people know about it now, but I sort of. I really like that I discovered this interaction in the game,
Hmm.
and that the client just did what it was supposed to do without me ever thinking about it when writing it.
Yeah, pretty nice to discard some village greens with Way of the Mole and get a nice get them in play and save an action and all that good stuff.
Well, 2/5 is they have a Baker token, so all
Uh,
the openings kind of seem the same.
Vampire, as usual, seems really good in the opening, and Black Cat is pretty good to pair with Vampire.
Is it?
Um,
I hadn't really looked that far, but why would you? Well, I mean, why would you not take it? Okay.
well, yeah, I mean you can't draw dead, and there's it's not like there's a shortage of plus actions in this kingdom. Freaky goes with a village green banishing two estates. That is unexpected.
Now the Black Cat looks really nice. If only he had one more coin here.
Yep, it would be nice to trash a copper and get a ducat. Oh, you were thinking of the banish. Yeah,
Yeah.
the banish would be amazing. Even if it's just two estates, that would have been good. As it is, I don't know.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
guess.
you do that and you pick up a village green here, maybe?
Yeah. The diluted doesn't actually do all that much, given we can see Vicky's hand.
Yeah,
I guess it stops him from buying a Black Cat. Maybe now you draw with a village green and buy a ducat, right? Whereas otherwise you would have played it for next turn.
yeah.
Oh, it's a bit sad that he had just a vampire in his hand.
So Freaky picked up a highway. We'll see. Yep, Nerdbound follows suit. No plus buy for Nerdbound yet.
I don't love two highways.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him to take advantage of that cost reduction at this point.
Well, surely we play the cat and
Yep.
draw two coppers and exile.
Well, no, you. Oh, where's the bat? You really want to draw the bat
No,
there?
no, no. No, you don't. You want to banish these three estates, and that's what you
Well,
do now.
I guess I'd like to draw the bat.
No, not okay. That's not. I guess this is
Well,
super great.
if you had the bat, you could trash two estates. It's and then you'd have a vampire in your shuffle. It seems pretty
Yeah,
similar to me.
and now you still have a bet, and now you can
Well,
trash two coppers.
yeah, you have lots of bats. I don't actually want the lots of bats. Like if the bats collide, that's sad. But yes, Banish made that good. There's some moles.
Yeah, highway is nice to mull for sure.
Yep.
I'm
Mm.
not sure I like that mull, but it happened. And for sure now we mull again.
Yeah, you need to play one bat at least. Well, and now you're not playing anymore. Okay.
Strange all along. I guess now you can mull this cat and hope to draw your other cat. Or you can just do this and have.
Yeah, zero bats played. Definitely want a village green here, or ports. I think either looks okay. Maybe you want to duck it. I don't know.
Prefer the screen.
I don't think you want to duck it with all those bats in your deck. Bats are pretty awkward if you're doing a mole thing. Yeah, I think you do that duck hit later. I don't think you need to do it there.
He also gets hit draw. Yeah, really bad. I guess he. Oh, I expected Village Green, but it was Highway.
Definitely a why? Why? But like why would you do that?
The greed, the greed.
Man, the mole trap. Oh, the ducats. Oh no. Uh,
Yeah, I think this is gonna be our last game.
there's definitely a trap you can fall into with Way of the Mole, and
So
Nerdbound
I don't
has
see
fallen
nerdbound
right into the
coming back
mole
from
hole.
this.
Maybe gaining that cursed hand will make Nerdbound not want to. No!
This was not so bad. Now he gets
But
a 6 card hand.
no, he gets a 4 card hand.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't mold the village green, but I
Like,
didn't know that.
he's gone 5 turns without playing bad.
He doesn't know how this interaction works.
Oh no.
He played the village green regularly.
What? No, no, he did that correctly. Mole gives you a 3 card hand. Village Green makes it a 4 card hand.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Maybe you haven't played. Okay, I guess I can. Yeah, it's over now. But you can mold the village green in reaction to the first mole, and then you get 3 cards, and then you get 3 cards more.
Whoa. Oh, I definitely did not know about that.
Yeah, and I guess neither did Nerdbound, and it's a thing you have to. Maybe it's a thing you just have to see once and then know. But it's really nice once you get it going. Then you get 6 cards and 2 actions.
Oh. Oh. I did not know that at all. Thank you for
Well,
explaining, Steph.
it's a nice thing to see in the game. Then
Uh,
uh,
yeah, I didn't
I
even
guess
realize that Freaky was doing that.
we already lost both our players. It's I should say. I mean, I think it's a really a pity that Freaky behaves like this. I guess it's more troubling to him than it is to me. But yeah,
Well,
there's
in any
just no need
event,
to.
we got to see some good Dominion, and
That's certainly true.
congratulations to Freaky
Yeah.
for taking 3rd place, and Nerdbound had a good run and got 4th place. And thanks for commentating with me, Steph, and of course, organizing this tournament.
I didn't actually organize it.
Oh,
I mean, people tend to think that, but I mean, there was a team of organizers, and they did a great job. And all I did was provide prize money, and at some point, maybe, well, I didn't actually do much more than that.
all right. Well, thanks for that, and thanks for all the tournament organizers of this year's
Yeah.
2020 ShuffleIT Championship, and congratulations to the 1st place and 2nd place finishers, N.A. Smith 99 and Marcus.
Yep.
And there will be more Dominion,
Okay.
but and
And
probably
thanks to you
another
as well for commentating.
yeah, thank you. Another ShuffleIT Championship next year, I assume.
Yeah, sounds likely to me.
All right.
I mean, I liked it, and I think the other players liked it as well. So, yeah.
Always a fun event. Until then,
Mm-hmm.
see you all
Yep.
later.
Okay. See you.